Good morning, guys. This is day one of a 4-day trek up Rinjani, which is a active volcano in Lombok and also the second highest mountain in Indonesia. It's the best time of year to be doing it. No clouds today. Cold in the mornings. We're part of a group, so I don't have to navigate or get lost or carry any excess gear. My pack's only about 12 kilos, but most of that I'll be leaving at base camp when we do the summit tonight. We're currently at about 1,100 meters, and we're going to be elevating to 3,712 meters, I think. So, Rinjani, Indonesia, 4 days. See how we go. That's Rinjani up there. Active volcano, why not? Not exactly the most tranquil of treks. Lots and lots and lots of people. This is one of the rest spots, but if you want to go to these places, so does everyone else. That's Rinjani up there. Clouds in for the day. Just approaching the forest line. Slowly entering the forest. Whoosh. Bit of blue sky. So far it's been a lot of uphill. Pretty dusty. Got a lot of crap out of my nose on our lunch break. It's 1 o'clock in the arvo. Forest isn't really that thick, but we are in the cloud line now. 500 or 600 meters from the top. At least we haven't got people resting in the middle of the trail anymore. Not a bad day. It's just a lot of up and sandy. So my guide said to me, this is the last push that I could just go forward by myself, but I have to wait for him at the next camp. It's a 2-hour push. I'm pretty impressed with how uphill it is. I'm surrounded by porters. Haven't seen any tourists. Everyone's like resting. Sometimes it's just easier to keep moving for 2 hours till you get to the top. About to run out of water, so when I get there, might have a $10 Coke. Sandy trails, heading up. No tourists. Above the cloud line. Righto, well, that's the cloud that we've just climbed up and out of, and we are currently on the Craters Ridge. Up there's where we're going tonight, and down here a little bit late in the afternoon. Can't see a lot with all this cloud, but that's the lake. Took me a 65-minute push to get here. I go over here and buy an overpriced cake. road. I'm not sure what time it is. It's about 20 minutes before sunrise. Shit conditions. We had a little storm earlier that we had to wait for, but it's all good. Waiting for sunrise. This is the crater. I'm meant to have cloud in it, but sometimes it happens in trekking. There's the mountain range down the other side. We're well above the cloud line. See you guys at the bottom. Peace. So finally the sun came out. 20 minutes after the sun came out, it was a complete whiteout on the summit. So everyone that came after us didn't see anything on top. I didn't take any photos or videos on the way up because it was cold, it was dark, it was dusty, it was sandy, it was miserable, and I was still recovering from the flu. But while we were descending, the cloud would break sometimes and we get really good photos and videos of the crater and the surroundings. This is the valley that we climbed up the day before. Full day's trek to get up there. And in the distance down there, that's the camp that we're climbing back down to have a nap for a couple of hours. Heading down to the lake. So after lunch, it was a 2-hour rock scramble down into the crater because that's where the hot springs were. Oh man, the water was 30 degrees. After breathing in volcanic dust for 2 days and being sick a couple of days before that, we laid in the water for at least 2 hours before the 10-minute walk back to camp. Check out the campsite. It's pretty sweet. You wouldn't think that this lake is actually inside an active volcano crater. And in the center, there's a secondary volcano that is active, that is actually spewing gases as I sit here filming this. Can't wait for dinner. So this is day 4 and our 14-kilometer walkout. Thankfully, we didn't have to climb up and over the crater rim. We trekked out through an exit and it was mostly downhill for the day, just passing through some really beautiful scenery. We were below the cloud line, so it was a lot warmer, a lot sunnier. Really beautiful part of the world. A lot of people compare it to Jurassic World, and I can see why. Unfortunately, there was so much rubbish on Rinjani, so much rubbish everywhere. But this valley leading out gets washed clean every year by the wet season. So the rubbish wasn't so bad, but it was pretty sad to see a national park messed up like that. I wasn't in a hurry on the walk out because it was so beautiful. So I stayed with the group and ended up helping the guide a fair bit because we had a few
people on our tour that had never done any trekking before. Doesn't look like much, but that's a pretty slippery path there and a steep drop. Plus everyone's got tired legs. Everyone starts saying that they can't do it. Sometimes they just need someone to walk next to them and just keep them talking for the day. Surrounded by dozens of waterfalls, all feeding into the valley. This is in the middle of the dry season. That's a lazy 160 meter fall. I did charge off here because the last 2 hour section was through the forest and I didn't want to be stuck in the jungle at night getting eaten by bugs. So I had to find my own way to the refuge, which was pretty interesting. But Rinjani, it was dusty, it was cold, but beautiful. Peace.